Welcome to mytubeguru.com. In this tutorial we will discuss about branching statements, what a branching statement is and how we can form it. Before begin we will first discuss about what a statement and what is a compound statement. Any expression that is terminated by a semicolon, or we can say any valid expression that is terminated by a semicolon is called a statement. For example, int, a declaration of any variable, or any arithmetic statement, or any statement that is printing any message is known as a simple statement. There may be need that we want to put more than one statement into a single group. For that we use curly braces, and those statements who comes under these curly braces are known as compound statements, or sometimes refer as blocks. As you can see here, these three statements come under this curly braces. That's why these are known as a block or compound statement. So control statement can be categorized in two ways: branching and looping. In this tutorial we will focus on branching. In the next tutorial we will discuss about looping. So what is a branching? Branching allows us to execute different statements depending on the outcome of a given logical expression. Say if we want to evaluate during the execution of a program, if a particular condition arises, then we are able to take the decision depending on the outcome of the expression. For this we use if else. If else is used to make the decision within the program. For example, these are the syntaxes. As you are seeing, we can write the expression inside the parenthesis given with the if. If this expression is true, then this statement will be executed, otherwise this statement will be executed. That's why we can write it if else. If there are more than one statement, as you can see the difference here, I am writing the single statement, but in this I am writing more than one statement. If there is more than one statement, then we will use curly braces to form the compound statement, because if supports only one statement by default. If there are more than one, then that will not come under the if statement. So take care of it while you are writing your programs. And one thing more to note about the expressions that we are writing inside the if, they are not necessary to be a condition or any expression that need to be compared or consist of logical operators. It can be a very simple or a simple variable. If the result of that expression is evaluated to non-zero, then it will be considered as true, otherwise it will be false. So the thing that you have to consider is that if it will be false only when the value of that variable or expression is 0, otherwise it will be true. As you can see here, the value of int I have taken 1, and 1 is non-zero, then this program will print OK. And in this program the value of a is 0, that's why the result of a will become 0, and if it is 0, then the else block will execute and the value will be not. We can use logical and relational operator for forming the expression so that we can make logical decision on the given expressions. As we have discussed the logical and relational operator in the previous tutorials. If you have any problem, you can watch them and come back here. So we can write use a is equal to 1, or a is less than or equal to 2, or we can combine two conditions. As you can see here, we want to test any value that is greater than 3 and less than 50, and for that we are using AND operator. So not only we can check a single condition, but we can check more than one conditions using if else. For that we use nested if else, and in nested if else we must provide the test condition and then we will check the outcome. If it is true, then the statements given if will be executed, otherwise it will proceed to else, and in else we will give another condition and check for that. If it is true, then the second if will be executed, otherwise we will keep proceeding in the same manner up to the we have provided the condition, as you can see here. Conditional operator or ternary operator. Ternary operator, it is called ternary operator because it requires three expressions. As you are able to see, it requires condition, expression 1 and expression 2. So in conditional operator, if the condition is true, then the expression 1 be executed. If condition is false, then the expression 2 will be executed. It is a kind of if else statement that is written in short form. Let's see it with an example. As you are seeing here, I am writing a program to check whether a given number is even or not. So I am asking the user to enter a number. Here user enters a number. I am checking it, its remainder. If it is equal to 0, then it is an even number, otherwise it is an odd number. I have implemented if else statement that we have studied earlier. Now I will implement it with the help of ternary operator. As you can see, I am doing the same. I am asking the user to enter the number. Here user is entering the number, then I am writing the expression, and the expression is to check the remainder of the number with the 2. If it is equal to 0, then it is an even number. Expression 1 will be executed. If it is not, then the expression 2 will be executed. So it is quite simple to understand that when you can apply an if else, you can apply this ternary operator. So switch statement. Such statements are substitute for long if else statements. If there are more than 10 if else statements, then it should be advised to use switch statements because switch executes more faster than if else. But if it is more than 8, then if it is lesser than that, then it is beneficial to use nested if else. So as you can see here, in switch we provide the expression, and with the here you can provide the case. This case or the expression value must be integer or character, and with the statement here, with the case you can provide the statements. Here it will be executed. You first provide the switch. Within switch you provide in the case. If this expression matches with this case, then these statements will be executed, and after executing these statements, this break statement will be executed, and this will cause the termination of the execution and jumps out of this switch statement. Likewise, if this expression matches with the second case, then the statements within the second case will be executed and onwards, and this default case executed if no match has been found for this expression in the given cases. Likewise, we can see a simple program here. So before that, we will discuss now what is a break statement. Break statement in C program we can use in at two situations. We can use it with a loop, and as we have discussed it in a case when the break will be comes, the control jump out of that block. As you can see, I am writing a program to calculate the grade of the student. So what I have did is that I have taken a variable named grade, arbitrary type character. For that I have assigned it B. I am writing the switch grade, and for that I am giving the expression A, and for A the statement is printf excellent, and this break for case B and case C I am writing printf well done, break, case D you passed, F better try again, default invalid grade if any else any grade is given that does not belongs to these cases that are given here, A, B, C, D, F. So, and after that I am printing the grade. So the grade given here is the B, that's why it will print well done, your grade is B. Thanks for watching this.